you feel like you've been pretty conservative within your junk removal business, or that you have a fear of losing money, and it's one of the reasons why you haven't made a big leap in your business for junk removal, I want you guys to check out this video. It's going to be really important for you, I think, moving forward. And I want to hopefully help you make a mindset shift into being a little bit more less conservative, and as a result, actually increasing the amount of business that you bring in and growing the business. Now, this video is not going to be for everyone. I would say more than likely, if you're under $6,000 to $7,000 a month in your junk removal business, you're not quite ready to make the leap in marketing. That's typically how I see things. So this is going to be more so for someone who's watching this video who has hit the $7,000 to $10,000 a month mark, or is very close to it. I think this video will resonate very well with those of you who are at that mark or above who aren't already marketing. All right. So what I see a lot of times in my sales calls and when I do sales reviews from our team is that there are certain people who know the move that they need to make. They know that the timing is right, yet they are paralyzed by the fear of putting money out there to make that corresponding move. All right. So they're essentially paralyzed by the fear of losing money in order to make more money. And in most cases in business, and this is junk removal business included, you are usually at some point at the life of your business going to have to make a leap of faith or a commitment with money in order to take the business to the next level. And success leaves clues. So if you look at a lot of the bigger junk removal companies, I'm not just talking 1-800-GOT-JUNK, I'm talking some of the bigger local competitors, companies of that sort, you'll see that at some point they made the leap, right? At some point they knew it was time for them to make the leap to start marketing their business, whether it be through Google, Facebook, whether it's even, outside of marketing to pay for SEO. At some point they made a commitment, a financial commitment to extend their brand and grow the business. And it's very hard for a business to not make that commitment, yet get the results that they're looking to achieve. Now, if your goal is $10,000 a month and you're at $5,000 a month, there's a good chance you could probably hit $10,000 a month at some point in the future without making that commitment. But if you're watching this video and you want your junk removal company to reach new heights, we're talking $25,000 a month, or maybe you're at $25,000 a month and you want to get to 40 or 50 or $1 million run rate, which is very possible in this industry, and we work with a handful of clients who are already doing $1 million run rate. If that's your goal, you're never going to get there if right now you're sitting at $8,000 a month and you're scared to do marketing. You're just not going to make it. You will never hit those goals without it. So you have to make a decision on what is more important. Or is it more important for you to be conservative and save money and keep the business where it is? Or is it more important to you to finally take the leap and help take the business to the next level? All right. And money is an interesting concept. Me personally, I was always scared to lose money. Conservative. Always on the conservative side. Okay. And at some point, I'm not sure what caused it, but eventually I realized that I was just not going to get any further. I was going to be stuck in the same spot if I didn't choose to make commitments and take a leap of faith. And sometimes you're not going to win. That's the truth of it. As bad as that sounds, sometimes you're not going to win. But if you go up to bat 10 times, when you hit 3 home runs, you're going to make a whole lot more money with those risks than you will if you wouldn't have went up to bat once and were conservative and held your money. And I hope that makes sense, because not every risk is going to be a home run. Really, when you look at taking a leap of faith into SEO or marketing or whatever investment you're looking to make in your business, you need to understand that not every single one will pay off. But if you took 5 risks or 6 risks, or 6 leap of faith, whatever you want to call it, and you hit on 2 or 3, you're going to make a whole lot more money than you lost out of those 5 to 6 times that you took that leap of faith. So I hope that resonates and makes sense. But it really comes down to understanding that money, essentially, we all built the business to make money, but at some point, money has to be a tool to grow the business. It's a tool at the end of the day. So you have to be willing to make money, reinvest it back into the business, and then use it to grow the business. Because if you're not, the business usually will stay stagnant. It will be very hard for you to have exponential growth if you just hoard the money and hold it, or spend it on the wrong things, which is a whole nother other topic that I've seen, where people will make money within the business and spend it on things they really shouldn't have, and now all of a sudden they cannot reinvest it back into the business. All right, and that's why earlier in the video I mentioned being at a certain mark, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 mark and above per month. Because if you're under this video, you're not ready yet. You're not quite ready to make the leap usually, unless you have a lot of funds set to the side. It's not very realistic for you to make $5,000 a month in junk removal and then put another $2,000 into marketing. You can do it; it's been done, but that's not the most common way. I would say you probably want to reach at least $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 in a month, maybe once or twice, a couple times, and then take that money and reinvest it back into the business, unless you have funds sit to the side. That's typically what we see on our end. All right. I'm all about taking risks in the business, but we want to make sure that they're at the right time. Okay. We want to be smart about how we take risks to grow the business. You don't want to put your last dollar into marketing. That's not what I'm saying here. But for some of you, understand that you may have been at $8,000 or $10,000 a month for the last 8 to 10 months, and yet you still haven't done any marketing, and you're wondering why your business isn't hitting your goal of $15,000, $20,000, or $25,000 a month. Well, the answer's right in front of you. You're not utilizing money as a tool to then reinvest and grow the business. All right. So I hope this was useful for some of you who are in this position. I speak to a lot of people who are. And I really wanted to get this message across because I personally have went through the same thing, was very scared to lose money, therefore I didn't risk it. And the only reason I am where I am today is because I was eventually willing to take risks and stop being so conservative to help get myself and my business to the levels that I wanted to reach. And I had to realize that it was going to take a risk or 2 or 3, probably more like 10 for me. But, it takes that level of commitment and that level of faith and risk in your business usually to get to the next level. So if you guys found this helpful, or you have any questions on what it takes or where you should be before you make a commitment like that, whether it be for marketing, SEO, or whatever else you have in mind, leave a question in the comments, or if this was helpful, I would love to get your feedback on whether this was useful information for you guys. As always, appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next video.